Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be seeing how to design a basketball and some of the options associated with it. Before we get into the video, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. And please support the channel by sharing the videos as well. Now let's get straight into the video. First of all, you have to make visible the origin. So you can see here, and we need a sphere. Okay, so for that, go to create, and there is already a sphere option available, so you can directly click it. So it will ask us to select one plane, okay, to draw the sphere. Okay, now we have to select one plane as a reference. So I am selecting the top plane, and it will ask to identify the center point. So I am just clicking the center point as here. Now with respect to that center point, I can just automatically draw a sphere. Okay, so I am giving the diameter as 300 mm. Okay, and give enter. And there are a couple of other ways to draw a sphere, and but that we will be discussing in some other videos, and here we will stick to a direct creation of sphere. Okay, now you just switch off this origin. Now the most important part is you have to make some cut section throughout this sphere, and you can see it's a single surface and it is not that easy to create that cut section. So for that, first we need to create a sketch. Okay, and we will project that sketch onto this surface, and then we will make a cut section. So for that, what I will do is I'll just switch on the origin, and there is something called construct. And under the construct command, you can see a variety of options, and all these options or any one of these options will allow us to draw an offset plane or a path driven plane or an axis additional to these three planes. Okay, so we will make use of one of the option called offset plane constraint. Offset plane construction, and we will click that, and then we will select this top plane. Okay, and then we will drag it and make sure, just right orient it and make sure it is just above this plane surface. Okay, so let's say 175 mm is the distance. That is good. It should be above this. Okay, so you just give OK. Now you just hide the origin, but still this plane will be visible now, right? So you just click that plane and give sketch option and make sure it is top oriented. Okay, and then what you have to do is, and you have to click this arrow mark to make sure it is exactly top oriented. Okay, and you have to make an ellipse now. So for me it is already available here, or else you can go here and you can just avail that option here, and as I told, you can just give pin to toolbar, so it will automatically appear here. So I'll just click the ellipse option, and I'll just start from the center point, and I will just give a distance, and that's it. My ellipse is created, and now I haven't given any dimension yet, right? So I'll go to the sketch dimension option. I'll give the major axis dimension as 800 mm, and I'll give my minor axis dimension as 300 mm. Okay, so that's it. It's fully constrained. Now give finish sketch and tilt it. So you can see now your sketch has been created above your sphere, right? Now there is an option. So I'll tell you another key shortcut which is used commonly in Fusion 360. You can always type on your keyboard S, alphabet S. Okay, so it will open up a search box, so you can search any shortcut using this. Say if I want to use extrusion, just you type EX, it will automatically give you all the extrusion command. And see, I need something called press pull. Okay, you just type press PRE, it will automatically show you press pull. So now we will use an option called project. So you just, after you press the S alphabet on your keyboard, just type project or PRO. That is more than enough. There is two options, project and project to surface. We need project to surface. You click that option, and it will ask for a reference plane. So always you select a reference plane parallel to our sketch. So I am selecting this particular plane and it will ask which face you need to project. So I am going to select this particular sphere. So I want to project this entire sketch onto this sphere. Then I have to select the curve. So I will select this particular curve. Now you can see it has been projected. Keep OK. Now you can see it very clearly, and go to your sketches and hide this first sketch. Okay, now your second sketch is this one. Now you can see clearly the new sketch, right? Am I right? Now you go and give finish sketch. Now the first part of the drawing has been completed. Now we will move on to making the cut section. So for that I need to create a plane along this path. So I'll make use of this construct option and go to plane along path. I'll click it and I'll just select this path. So a new plane has been created along the path. Okay, so just fix it here and give OK. So you can see a new plane has been created and it is there, and you just click this particular plane and give create sketch option. Okay, for someone it may not be working exactly, so you can always click this create sketch, then click here. Okay, in both ways it will work. So it is already in sketch mode and you just give front orientation. Now you can see you have the sketch here. So we have to draw one particular geometry, that is a rectangular geometry. Okay, so you just go to a center rectangle, you click the rectangle option and click center rectangle here, center rectangle option, and just click here and draw. Simply you draw and give 7 mm as the length and press tab and give 1 mm as the width. Okay, 7 mm as the length and 1 mm as the width. Press enter. Okay, you can either give it here or always you can go to dimension option and just select this line and give the dimension, or select this line and give the dimension. Now I need to tilt this. Okay, I need to tilt the image completely or the sketch completely. So for that I'll just select it completely, this particular rectangle, and I'll give under the modify option there is something called move or copy. You click that and you have to set a pivot. Okay, so I'll set the pivot as this center point. So with respect to that center point, and you have to click here. Okay, so with respect to that center point you can just rotate it. So after you click here you have to give OK, done. So you have set the pivot. Now you have to rotate it. Okay, and as you can see you have to give -20 degree. Okay, -20 degree and give OK. Now the entire sketch has been tilted. Am I right? Now you have to give finish sketch. Now you can see a small sketch has been created along this path. Okay, and there is an option called, under the create section there is an option called sweep. So you will click the sweep and it will ask which profile you want to sweep. Okay, so I am going to select my small rectangular cross section as my profile, and I am going to sweep this rectangular profile throughout this path. Okay, so I'll select the path as this. Now you can see automatically Fusion 360 assigned as an cut operation. Actually we need a cut operation, so it is already in cut operation. If you are not able to see that, just select cut operation from here. Okay, and give OK. Now you can see there will be a small cut section here, right? Yeah, that's it. Now you have to do one thing. You have to select this command from here, sweep command, which you have done just now, and go to create, and there is an option called mirror. Give mirror option, so that I am going to select this sweep. Okay, object selected. So already sweep command has been selected. Now select a plane. So click that and select the center plane, so that this particular cut section will be automatically mirrored to the other side, and give OK. Now you can see you don't have to draw it a second time, it is already mirrored. Okay, now there are 2 more cut sections to be made. So for that I'll just make sure it is home orientation. I'll go to origin and I'll make it visible. I'll create sketch on the top surface and I will top orient it. I'll draw a circle of radius 300. Okay, I'll give finish sketch. So you can see my circle has been already created. I'll go to my construct, path along path, then I'll click this circular profile and you can see a new plane has been created. I'll just fix it here itself and I'll give OK. Now you can see a new plane. I'll just make sure the origin is not visible and I'll click this particular plane and I'll give create sketch. Okay, and I'll front orient it. Again same thing, I'll go to my rectangle, center rectangle, I'll just click here and I'll just drag and drop down. I'll give my length as 7 mm and my length as 7 mm, yeah, and press tab and width as 1 mm. Okay, so it will be a very small rectangle. You can see here, very small rectangle, and I give OK. So you can see here also a small rectangle has been created along this path. Again go to create, go to sweep option, and the profile is this particular profile, rectangular cross section, and my path is going to be my circular path. You can see it is already made the cut operation. Okay, and give OK. Next you need to select this last created sweep option and go to under create, go to pattern and circular pattern. Okay, go to circular pattern and the object has been already selected. So object is nothing but the sweep and the axis is going to be, you have to just click the axis and automatically it will show the axis. So it has to be along this axis. Okay, this particular axis, you click that and it will ask quantity is 3s and instead of full you give angle, so automatically it is assigned to 180 degree. Okay, if not just give the angle as 180 degree. Okay, and just give OK. Now you can see the entire geometry has been created. Okay, now let's apply the appearances. So you have to just drop down your body and right click it, give appearance. It is loading. I have tried out many appearances and I felt that this is going to be more suited for our particular basketball. So you have to go and under your fabrics and leather, okay, leather and cloth, you have an option called leather. Okay, you click that and you have something called leather matte white. Drag and drop down that one and also the black matte. Okay, two things. Now you have to edit this white color and give advanced edit, and you have to change the color of that white latte to an orange latte, and these all backgrounds has been directly downloaded, and you have to just drop down to any one of the folder and just open it and just apply it here. Okay, and give apply, and again you have to edit it and you have to just increase the scale to 70, say 70, and roughness to 0.356 and give done. Okay, and you just see when you drag and drop it here, when you apply it you can see the surface roughness. You can see it's looking almost like a basketball. Now make sure when you apply this orange matte, basically white matte, you are applied to body and component should be checked in. Okay, now when you apply the black matte, you make sure it is in face. Now you zoom in, just apply it to these cut sections individually. Okay, zoom in and make sure you are applying it correctly to that particular cut section. Okay, now if you want to see you accidentally you have given a black color somewhere else, okay, you can always give Ctrl Z. Okay, Ctrl Z and it will automatically take it back to the previous step, or you can just override that particular color by giving the same, oh sorry, this one, right? So I have just accidentally given black color here. Okay, see this color has been changed to black. I can always change it by giving this matte here. Now it is already changed, and that's it. So I think I have almost finished it. You can see. Okay, so I'll just apply it here also. And make sure, okay, you should be very thorough with your commands like orbit, pan, then only zoom in, zoom out. You should make sure you know the commands well so that it will be easy for you to work with it. So you can see now our model has been finished almost. And go to my rendering, and let's wait for the command box to open. And I'll go to my setup, and I'll change the brightness. Yes, so I'll keep it at 1000 as such. Okay, 1000. And I'll give close, just zoom in, and I'll give in canvas render. And let's wait for to start rendering, and I'll just drag it to the final quality. And this is your final render quality of basketball. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. And please support the channel by sharing the videos as well.